following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
To the Adventure and Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
Okay, Rebel knows this is me. One, I have to text him to let him know. Start the show whether you see me or not. And I got to tell you, I have a little rant here on the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio today, because while they're so busy gentrifying Riviera Beach, like it's a nightmare. I had to go drive through residential neighborhoods to get to the studio because there's construction and traffic everywhere that you can't even go the normal way. Why did I move out of Wellington? It's going to take me just as long, but I guess I save in gas. No, I don't. I have to go through the residential neighborhoods. And this morning I had to go to an appointment on the perils of living on an island. I had to go to an appointment on the other side of the island. What happens during rush hour every morning? The drawbridge to the intercoastal opens. And what happens is you sit there for like a half an hour. So, yeah, let's bring all the people to the state of Florida because it's the free state. We're not free to drive anywhere anymore, though. So we might as well just bring on the pipe nuts.
No, but I do think it's a free state.
Yeah, it's free. It's free to shut the up.
No, I was gonna say you're free to fuck off, but okay.
See, close.
Same difference.
Close.
That is like the most Floridian thing we can do in this show.
And then what happened here? Okay, what is with this global warming stuff? Okay, because Florida, like last month or last week, a couple weeks ago, I thought the brutality of winter was over. We had the day I had to put on pants. Okay. and I thought it was over. And then yesterday I leave the house. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. I had shorts on, but I had to put on my flannel jacket. Okay. Not a parka. Okay. It's just a flannel, but I had to put it on. This was yesterday, but I was wearing it with shorts. Like, as long as you wear a flannel or a hoodie with shorts, you're okay usually. Okay. If it's like in the 40s in New Jersey, that's exactly what I would do. Pair of shorts and a flannel or a hoodie, and I'm good. But today I had to put freaking pants on again. Like, Jesus Christ. And then I'm going to the gym later. So I went out on this appointment this morning, and I figured, I'll just go to the studio after the appointment. And then I'm like, oh, I forgot a bag that would have shorts in it because I'm not going to go to the gym in jeans. But I normally don't have to think about that. It's like I could go to the gym in the same clothes I would wear doing anything else when you live in Florida. Okay. It took me a long time to get to that place, by the way, though. And Rebel probably remembers all the stages. Okay. So I used to be in the financial business, so I wore a suit every single day. And I have enough suits and dress shirts and ties to last a whole month before having to go to a dry cleaner, minimum, without wearing the same anything. Okay. I remember when I got out of the financial business and I didn't need them every day. I gave my son like 200 dress shirts that I didn't care if I had anymore. That still left me with like 300, something like that. Ties. I gave him like a couple hundred ties I had that I didn't care if I didn't have them anymore. That still leaves me with a couple hundred ties. Like I used to go to Bloomingdale's and they would have a sale and they'd have Giorgio Armani ties that are normally like $110 on sale for $10. So what would I do? I wouldn't buy one and save the money. I'm spending the 110 regardless.
There you go.
You know?
Good deal.
Exactly.
Y'all do realize he needs at least a 2-bedroom place because he has 1 bedroom to sleep in and 1 bedroom for his clothing.
You're not
walk-in closets are not big enough.
You're not even shit. We'll talk about that. I'm glad you brought that up, actually, because that came up recently. Even for me, I was like, holy shit. But okay, so like in suits, like I had a suit for every single day of the month at minimum. Okay. So I moved to Florida and I get into this business and I'm still in that suit mode, but then I'm thinking I'm feeling kind of stupid actually. And the reason I'm feeling kind of stupid is, first of all, okay, so up north, no matter what, I was always the type, you wear the suit jacket with the suit. Like, don't be lazy and walk around with your shirt unbuttoned and your tie down and taking off your jacket. No, that ain't cool. That was totally me in my 20s and 30s. That was totally me. Now, if I put a tie on, I'm like, yeah, maybe I am going to unbutton that top button and pull the tie down a little bit. Why? and I do have a big neck, so it's hard. It was hard for me to get shirts too because I would wear a size 4. I would wear a size small shirt at that time in my life in the 20s, but my neck was the size of a large shirt from headbanging and doing all that damage, and so like. Normally a small dress shirt's a 14.5 neck. Mine was a 16.5 neck. But then if I got a 16.5 neck shirt, then the shirt would be like a dress on me. So, but anyway, back to the story. And then I'm over at the studios and I'm looking at people walking around that are lawyers in flip-flops and shorts. And I'm like, where the fuck did I move? What is wrong with these people? Like, seriously, you're a lawyer and that's how you're walking around. I actually, when I first moved to Florida, I did a sales training at a financial firm because, like I'm also a motivational speaker and a sales trainer. And like, I walked into this office and I had a suit on and the owner like looked at me weird. And then I'm walking, and all the brokers inside were in shorts and t-shirts. You wouldn't come to work for me like that. And I worked in places like, because I lived in Florida earlier in my 20s too for a few years. And I worked for a brokerage firm. I wasn't allowed to dress like that. You had to wear, when you were in the brokerage business, it wasn't just about wearing a suit. You had to wear a certain type of suit. I remember when I got into business and I was like 21 years old. I basically I had like really nice $500-$600 suits, which are decent suits. I walked into this first brokerage firm that I worked for, and they're like, we need to take you shopping today because you cannot wear those. And it wasn't Sears; it was just a joke they're making. You can't wear those Sears suits here. That don't work. Now, mind you, you don't in that brokerage business, that type of brokerage business, you never saw anybody face to face. So it wasn't like you're dressing for clients. You dress for yourself, dress to impress, and you're impressing yourself. You dress for success. And basically, it wasn't from Sears, but it wasn't an Armani. Like in that day, I had to go buy, I didn't even have 2 pots to piss in. They forced me to buy a $2,000 Armani suit and a $100 Armani tie. And I had a vehicle they didn't much like either. You can't drive around that vehicle. It's just like the movies, what you see. Like you cannot be driving. What did I have? At a Mitsubishi. You can't drive a Mitsubishi. You need Either, either take team BMW or team Mercedes,
Yeah.
period. You know, and so when you first become a broker, you're really broke because they're not paying you shit. Okay. You are on straight commission and you're usually already broke going into that. And then you have to go and buy a $2,000 suit. You have to buy $600 dress shoes. Yeah, and dress shoes for me would last like a month. $600 because I pace. Especially if I was pitching on the phone in that business. I'd be pacing, and I would have a $600 a month shoe bill, for one pair of shoes. Okay.
Yeah, those wear out fast.
No doubt. And so basically, you have to spend every month, you have to go into Hawk, but then it's worth it because, you have to see the vision. That's the point. Too many people are too busy looking at the tree to see the forest. And that's why I became successful, because I didn't see the tree. I didn't even know there was a tree there. I saw the end of the rainbow is what I saw in that pot of gold. I didn't even know there was a forest. Okay, but now I come back to Florida and I'm seeing this crap and I'm like, what the hell? But then I realized, when you like, I started taking off the coat because it was too freaking hot. Like, you walk out to your car in a suit and you're sweating before you even put your hand on the door handle. Okay. And so then the tie came off. This was over a period of time, over a period of years of this network. And then I'm unbuttoning the shirt, and then I went to jeans, and then I went to a t-shirt instead of a dress shirt. Well, probably like a golf shirt or a dressy shirt without being a business dress shirt. And I made the total transformation step by step. And now I'm like, fuck me, it's 59 degrees and I got to put on a pair of pants. Are you serious? Like, if I didn't have to leave the house, I might not even put on a pair of shorts. Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, I think about it, like, what a pain in the ass. Whenever I do have to wear a suit, I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot of work. It wasn't to me then. Like, and I was also the type, like, I didn't go home right after work and take the suit off. No, I wore it the rest of the night, man. It was like, just go out to a nightclub like that, man. That's how you get the women in South Florida, for sure. Go out to a nightclub, you're in your young 20s and, with your Gestapo, and wearing like $2,000 Armani suits, driving up in BMWs, you have anybody you want. That it is one of the benefits of South Florida, I will say. It's also a disadvantage too, but it is a benefit. So anyway, so now here we are, and I love the fact that I wear shorts and a t-shirt every day, except when I can't. And I think to myself, like, I would have never thought like that back then. When I was young, it was like, man, I had to look a certain part all the way, all the time. Even my hair was long and I used to put in such a tight ponytail. I had my wife used to, because my hair is really curly long, she would twirl it. I'd have her twirl it in the morning so people wouldn't even notice the ponytail. Like,
Thing
it was
one or thing two?
Thing one. And it would be like a spring. It's funny. If you look at pictures, which you've seen, Rebel, it's like a spring back there. And you could pull it down and it would bounce back up. And my hair was down to like my belt. And people didn't notice in the investment business. But what was the funniest thing ever was I was doing an interview one time for a broker to come to work. And they're sitting waiting for me in the conference room of my office. And I walk into the conference room. And they're like, oh, man, I just cut my hair yesterday for this job interview. And I said, as well, you should have, because I did too when I first got into business. You got to earn the right to have this ponytail, man. When you're making 20 grand a month, maybe you'll be able to grow your hair out. That's exactly what I said.
So I applied to a job one time, and this was years ago, and they told me, well, you have to shave the beard. I said, I'll pass. It was a job that didn't require face to face with clients. It was a job that was just like
Yeah, it's
in
not
an
about that.
office with by myself on a computer, but they wanted me to shave the beard.
Yeah, it's not about all that. It's like I cut my hair like 4 or 5 times in my younger years because of my job ethic. And then I would grow it back. Uh, but like let's go a step further. When I first got into business, you had to wear only white dress shirts. It had to have a certain specific collar, certain specific cuffs. Your everything had to be like you were robots. We were all androids. You had to look like a bunch of androids. But there was a point. It was the image that you were portraying. Today, the popular image is let me show my ass and let me show my boobs and sign up to my OnlyFans.
Well, here's the thing: times have changed. Like even outside of that profession, like if you go and look into like the professional like business people, they're not the ones wearing suits. They're the ones wearing sweatpants.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the
You know what?
CEOs are
Oh
not
my god.
wearing suits anymore.
Oh my god, you know what happened to me like a couple months ago? I was in the mall and I saw something. No, I wasn't. I was at a business conference doing media coverage, and it wasn't a music one, it was a business one. And I called up my brother. I'm like, um, what the fuck is with this whole wearing sneakers with a suit thing? He goes, oh, yeah, that's the trend now. And I
Yeah,
think it is the stupidest look ever. Okay. I'm all
yeah, I
about
wouldn't do that.
sneakers. I got like 70 pairs of sneakers. Okay. But I think it's okay if you live in a place like New York to get to work. Like when I was younger, if you worked in New York, you wore sneakers on the train, on the bus, walking the city. As soon as you got in the office, you went into the bathroom and you changed into your dress shoes. Women too. Women didn't walk around the city in their high heels. They wore their business suit or their business dress with sneakers, and then they would change into the high heels as soon as they walked into work. You know, but now it's a trend. I really do think it looks stupid, to be honest.
I
I
mean,
just
here in Florida, like, was this in Florida or in New York?
It was in Florida, but apparently it's a trend all
So
over.
in Florida, we don't really walk, right? We drive everywhere.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
wearing
What do you need the
tennis shoes
sneakers for?
is a choice.
Exactly. Okay. And it's funny you said tennis shoes because when I was 12 and moved in 1980 to California, in New Jersey and New York and most places, they're called sneakers. Okay. I go to California and somebody said something about my tennis shoes. I'm like, they're not tennis shoes. I don't play tennis in those. Yeah. Like, why are tennis shoes like they're not the Kleenex of tennis of shoes. Okay. They're like there's tennis shoes, there's walking shoes, there's running shoes, there's hiking shoes. They're all sneakers. If they're sneakers. If they're boots, they're not sneakers.
Yeah, and I'm originally from Texas, so in Texas we also say tennis shoes. We don't say
Yeah,
sneakers.
yeah.
And
It's a
it's issue.
stupid term. It's just because there are specifically sneakers for tennis. So, like wearing a pair of Vans they're not tennis shoes. They're skate shoes.
Well, they're not tennis shoes. Tennis shoes would be more like Nikes.
Yeah, no, but in California they called all sneakers tennis shoes. All of them.
No, no.
No matter what you wore, they were tennis shoes. If you
So
wore a pair of Vans,
for us, like at least the part that I'm from, if you were wearing Converse, you would call them Chucks. If you were wearing Vans, you would just say Vans. If it was anything like a basketball shoe, then it would be a tennis shoe.
I just figured out something, by the way, about Texas right this second. Okay. I know why they are so racist against Mexicans.
What is that?
Why?
Why? Because it kind of makes them a liar. Do you know why? Do you know why Mexicans living in Texas make Texans liars? Can you guess, Juan?
Is it because Texas used to belong to Mexico?
No. but that's another bullshit conversation. Meaning that we took your shit.
Well, Florida was part of that too.
Yeah,
By the
well,
way, most people don't know that. Most people just focus on Texas and
we're
down
the
to
only free
California.
state. We're free to take anybody else's shit. No, it's because what's the slogan? Everything's bigger in Texas.
Well, technically, it's the Lone Star State.
Okay, so do you have a Lone Star, and are you bigger?
I do not have a Lone Star, but I am bigger.
I'm talking about your height, Juan.
Me too.
Yeah, that's what y'all are talking about. Sure.
Of course. Like that. I mean, that was a given, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's not what Texas means.
speaking about remembering things, though, yesterday was the Holocaust Remembrance, and talking about old times and new times is, you know, we always say never forget, or we say never again. And fuck, man, I have to wake up in the morning in this world right now that we live in and say, not today. Because Jesus Christ, is anybody remembering the Holocaust? Because I'll tell you what, it really sucks what happened. And I mean, oh, I could go on and on about this, but think about it this way. The SS thought they were doing the right thing too. Let that sink in.
Is this in reference to the ICE agent that is being compared to the SS because of his trench coat?
Not specifically, but that's a good one. Not specific, not any one. It's just the attitude that we live in right now, and the civil war that we're entering right now. And you know what? My bro who passed away a couple years ago, I have to pay homage to him because he said before he left this earth that we need to start a civil war and just break the whole shit and start over. And I agree, because I think, if we just keep putting a lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. Let's just get a new pig. But no, seriously, I mean, like sometimes you do, there's this philosophy, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But there's also another philosophy and motivation. If it's not broke, break it. Why? Because that's how you expand sometimes. That's how you get better sometimes. And sometimes it's easier to fix things by breaking it first than just trying to fix what's broken. What do you think over there in Louisiana? You've been quiet today, except for the laughing.
Well, I mean, if something's working. And
is it working right now?
Yeah. If something's working.
It is? Wait. Is what's going on in the world right now working?
Oh, no, that's not working. That's totally messed up. But when someone said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, they mean something that's working functionally fine and can't get any better. Like this is its maximum.
It can always get better. It can always get better. Right now, where we're at, we only have one trajectory, and that's up, because I don't know how much worse it could get without having to go live on a secluded island with nude pygmies.
Oh, I mean, all right, let's compare it to the wheel. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's gotten bigger. It's gotten smaller. It's come in different shapes, but it's still the wheel, and it's still doing what it.
Are you talking about wheels, or are you talking about penises?
We're talking about wheels right now.
And do those wheels go round and round on the school bus?
They can in general, yes, and whatnot. But you can't make it any different.
Can they curve into a turn? Or can they curve uphill?
On some vehicles.
Can they curve uphill?
Yeah, see, this is how people get distracted. You say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, the wheel, it can't get any different. It can change its size, shape, direction, but it cannot, and it will always be the wheel.
Right? I just want us to remember that we're all human beings and we all need to watch out for each other, and that all those other people, they're all on the same team no matter which side they're on, and it ain't ours. Okay? And I got to tell you, I mean, it is, certain things are kind of scary. That's why I brought this up, because, you know, with the Holocaust, there's things going on now that are very similar. There's major amounts of Jew hate in the world going on right now. We're at levels not seen since the Holocaust. You know, history does repeat itself.
Over and over again, because we never learn.
Yeah, we're stupid. Yeah, we do learn. We learn to do it again. Like, it's not that we don't learn, it's that we get complacent. Like, think about it. 9/11. Think about how people felt in 2002, 2003, 2026. Like, you know, it could happen again because people just forgot about it and like get comfortable and complacent.
That's because you only know what you've been told. No one ever, the reason history repeats itself is because they're too busy trying to cover up what happened in history instead of learning from what happened.
Yeah, but some of the things that are going on right now in the world with people and the way people are reacting with each other is what has made me come to the understanding of we shouldn't know certain things. Okay.
But
And
if we didn't, then the people who know.
Wait a minute. Okay. Could you imagine if the government actually admitted that we have aliens walking among us, what idiots would do?
The same thing the idiots are still doing. I mean,
here's the thing. This is why you have copycat serial killers, because they see it, they learn about it, and then they want to go out there and do it themselves.
Yeah. You know,
the human race cannot be trusted with certain things.
But
I'm just going to leave it at that.
But you're saying that only some people are privileged to know certain things, and the rest of them just keep on.
It's not privileged. I'm not saying privilege. I'm saying we are too emotional, too scared, fearful, too stressed out of a people to let know certain things.
Those are all
there would be you know, people think there's aliens, but they're not 100% sure. If they were 100% sure, if you blinked at them wrong, they might kill you thinking you're an alien. Like with this thing that happened in Minnesota with this guy, okay? I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but I did see something this morning that apparently what happened is that when they removed his gun from his holster, the type of gun that it has actually has a defect. And I'm like, why the fuck do they have these guns out here that have defects, first of all? But where if you drop it a certain way or you tap it a certain way, it will actually fire. So apparently the story that I said, I'm not saying it's factual because I haven't fact checked it, just the concept is what I'm going for, is the fact that what happens when they pulled it out, it shot off. So that's why two agents shot him 10 times, is because they thought he shot his gun or because the gun went off. Now, first of all, why the hell, you know, there's a perception thing right there. Okay. Because in one respect, you could say, well, you can't blame them because they thought they were being shot at. And the other respect is that they weren't being shot at. Okay. But it's the fear factor. So if you had the fear that aliens were walking around us, you would think that they're all going to kill you. And then anybody looks weird. And listen, there's plenty of people I've known in my life. There's plenty of people on this network that if I saw them and didn't know them in real life and thought there were aliens walking among us, they look weird enough for me to think they were an alien. Right, Rebel?
No, I have to ask you this question. Fear is something taught, okay? Because we don't have fear when we're born because we don't know it. So if you fear an alien because you think that this is going to happen, I mean, then
because we've already been taught and ingrained to fear it. We've already been taught it.
Taught, exactly.
You do have fear. What you don't have is racism. I think you're thinking about racism.
No, you don't. Okay.
Have you never seen a baby about to fall off a bed? They become scared. Their flight
Because
or
they're falling
fight
off the bed,
response
but they're
kicks
not
in.
stopping.
You
They're
are
not
born with a
stopping
flight or
rolling.
fight response.
Fear
That's
is going to
different than
happen.
fear.
Fear is going to happen
Yeah.
no matter what.
Fear is a chemical reaction in the body.
Hey, check this out. Okay, nobody go to this. Okay, I'm going to show it on the screen, but nobody go to this. But if you want Linky Lexus, you can go see Linky Lexus at streamboo.com.
We warned y'all not to go there.
Rebel, have you checked out streamboo.com?
No, I don't even know what it is.
She works at streamboo.com.
Yeah, I think you do work there. When you do that voice, that's the Streamboo.
God.
That's
That's
the
where I was
Streamboo
going.
voice. It's the Streamboo voice for sure. But listen, I'm a
Like
Jew.
one of my managers, he should be booking me these things. We talked about this numerous times. If you thought we could make money doing it, then book me.
Book it, Dano. But here's what I'm going to say a little more about the Holocaust Remembrance, because it was yesterday. You know, Rebel does this section of the day part of it. Well, we didn't have it yesterday, so that's why I brought it up today. But let me just say too that's why I'm saying remember today, because there's more hate against Jews now than the time of Hitler. And if that doesn't scare people, then you're right, Rebel. Nobody has fear, because that should be really freaking scary. And I have a message to all people around the world. This might be the Pipeman presidential message right now. Okay. For all of you that hate Jews or are anti-Semitic, fuck off. And for all of you that are Jews that hate Jews and are anti-Semitic, which there are a lot of them now, not only fuck off, but you're a fucking idiot. Like, who the fuck is against their own people? Like, really?
Our government.
Oh my God. But like, I know Jews that are doing hate to Jews. Like, what? Are you idiots? Oh
Can I ask
my
this
God.
question? Why does anybody hate a certain type of person? Like, why?
Because we're taught to hate. That's
Thank
what
you.
I found out. Because when you're a kid growing up, okay, you don't have any hate. Listen, I had prejudicial stuff happen in my family. I remember I used to move a lot. And my dad, and it comes from the Archie Bunker times. So it's not, it's like almost a pass, but everywhere we moved, you go, why is it you always find the black people to hang out with? That's what he used to always say to me. He didn't use that word. He used a Yiddish term called schwarze, which is black people. But it's kind of a derogatory term. You know, it's like calling a Jew a kike. If you call me a kike, I will knock your ass out. I'll tell you right now. But I also have to give a big shout out, because some of my musician friends out there or musician superstars out there are speaking up on our behalf, like Sharon Osbourne, obviously, and Ozzy when he was here. But David Draymond of Disturbed, he does posts every single day educating people because he's from Israel. Gene Simmons of Kiss is from Israel. And then we have one of my favorite people posted something yesterday, and I so loved it. If I had more time, I would probably read the whole thing. But you know me, I'll take something that takes 2 minutes to read, and it'll
Be a whole show.
it'll take the whole show. So, but yeah, I mean, it was really cool to see. She is the singer of one of my favorite bands that plays the festivals that we've interviewed, called Eternal Frequency. Go back and check Pipeman podcast. Check out our interviews. You'll find from a couple of, with her. Okay, and I also want to say we did a bunch of cool interviews recently that you have to check out wherever you listen to podcasts. iHeart, Pandora, Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever. I don't care. Go. We're on all of them. Or you can just go to theadventuresofpipeman.com and they're right there. Okay. Chloe Trujillo, great interview we had. And that was so funny. The world's so small because I was interviewing a band yesterday. Okay. And it turns out he mentioned that I interviewed Chloe because he had just seen her because he auditioned for her son's band, Ty Trujillo's band. So like it's all such a small world for sure. Yeah, so we have a whole bunch of interviews. Kid Bookie, oh my God, this dude's cool. He's from the UK. He does like rap and metal, and he did a song. Do you know what it is, Rebel? Do you know what song he did?
I don't know.
It's called Rose McGowan, and it features Rose McGowan. So she wrote the song with him and sings it with him. So that's super freaking cool. And what a great message. And then who else did we have, Juan? See, I put him on the spot there. Ryan Roxy, the longtime guitarist of Alice Cooper. Who else? Less Than Jake, who is celebrating her 25th anniversary of come on, Juan. Let's see if you know it.
Don't put me in the spot like that.
Oh, I did. You have to know these things, okay? So it's one of their albums. There's the hint.
Borders and Boundaries.
Bingo. Okay, good job. Who else?
Nocturnal Affair.
The Nocturnal Affair. Yes.
The Nocturnal Affair.
Who else? There's one more you're missing. That's it. Bingo. Ding, ding, ding. Steve Hackett, the longtime guitarist of Genesis. So go check out the Adventures of Pipeman podcast, and you will find those interviews, or Pipeman in the Pit podcast as well. Okay, so now we'll go back to what day it is. Okay, Rebel, what other days was it yesterday? Let's see what you know.
Geez, you gonna go for yesterday instead of today? Jeez.
Well, you know why I'm going for yesterday?
Because they had some pretty interesting things. You know, it was International Port Wine Day yesterday.
I did it because it's in the email I sent you to find out if you're reading the fucking email. Why is it
about today?
Emails. Why do you ask for an email and not read it? Okay.
I did read it.
I have it so many times. People will ask me a question. I'm like, it's in the email you're replying to. Okay, so
and we will discuss why.
Right, I'm very upset at you, Rebel. I'm very upset at you because what was also very important yesterday, Holocaust Remembrance was extremely important. And what consoles me when I'm mourning about my ancestors is what? Chocolate cake. Yesterday was National Chocolate Cake Day. I think it's great that you have National Chocolate Day and Chocolate Cake Day with Holocaust Remembrance. It's perfect for the Pipeman.
But some people would have liked that Port Wine Day or Thomas Crapper Day. That's funny and all it says.
All right, hurry up and go through the rest of the days.
Those were yesterday.
I want today, not yesterday. I only
you just said you wanted me to do today.
I only wanted the two important ones from yesterday.
Oh, well, other people might have thought some things were important yesterday, but today
but that's
is
yesterday's news. That doesn't apply to today.
Anyway, so
listen, you can eat chocolate cake every day, and the Holocaust you can remember and never forget every day too. So, you know what? Get a tall glass of chata.
All these can be every day. Daisy Day, Data Privacy Day, Global Community Engagement Day.
Wait a minute. Data Privacy Day. Hold on. Wait. Data Privacy Day. None of us have any data privacy, so why are we celebrating a day for that?
I did not make these things up, okay? I just tell you what they are. International Lego Day.
International who day?
International Lego Day. You know, those little bricks that nobody wants to step on?
That's pretty cool. A lot of people are like so fascinated with. I have people I follow on Instagram that build Legos, are Lego builders on Instagram, and they build some cool shit. I gotta tell you, adults, not kids.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right.
What else?
I mean, they're made for adults, but okay.
All right.
Library Selfie Day. National Blueberry
Wait. Again, proof of the Louisiana education. It's not library selfie day. People are not going today to the library and taking a selfie. It's
Quit
library
getting
shelf
sued.
day.
I
Now,
know.
Juan can testify to this, that if you come in my office in the studio where I'm at right now, there I definitely every day celebrate library shelf day. Tell them about it, Juan.
We have multiple shelves with lots of books. We have hundreds of books here in the studio.
We do. But tell them
That
about the
borrow a
one.
book thing
Ta-
type of thing.
Wait, I have a couple books I want to talk about on the show since it's library shelf day. I'm going to pull it off my library shelf, but tell them while I get these other two books about the book that you noticed yesterday.
The one that I noticed.
Yes. That you specifically noticed yesterday.
Which one did I know? I don't remember which one I noticed yesterday.
Did you read the email?
It's
It's not in the email.
it's not Doctor. It's Doctor.
Oh, it's Dr. Suits.
Yes,
It's
it's
the one by
it's not
Dr.
Dr. Seuss. It's a book by Dr. Suits. You remember we were talking about Suits? This is the
Yeah.
segue. Okay. And what was the name of the book?
I can't remember the name of the
Oh, the
book, but I know it
meetings
was
you'll
by Dr.
go.
Suits. Yeah.
Instead of the places you'll go, it's the meetings you'll go.
Wow.
By author Dr. Suits. Okay, but I got another one. This one, I think we're gonna have to work on every week on the show. I don't know if it'll come up with my background. Hold on.
Oh, almost.
Gotta place it
Ooh.
perfectly.
There you go.
How to have sex on your birthday. Somebody got me this as a gift. I don't even know who. I've had it for years and years. I never even read it. Maybe that's why I'm single now. But it's how to have sex on your birthday. And so let's see. I'm seeing if there's anything interesting here. Finding a sex partner. See, shit, I should have read this. Oh my God.
That does seem like vital information.
Sex by yourself. Now that I didn't need to read. I think I have that down. But let's talk about that one. Sex by yourself. It says the disadvantages of sex by yourself. Loss of eyesight. Okay, so Juan, when we were kids, you don't remember that, Rebel? When we were kids,
yeah, like they'll tell you like you'll go blind.
yes, if you masturbate, you'll go blind. I'm here to tell
Yeah, I didn't
you.
see that.
I'm here to tell you, and it's related to the other book I'm going to talk about. Okay, that it is true. You can go blind. And
Really?
no, it's not true. You can't go
Of
blind.
course
But
it's not
what
true.
does happen is if
Poke
you're a
yourself in the eye.
dude and you don't masturbate, you get a UTI. That is true. That's
That
not a
doesn't cause
fable.
blindness.
It's related to the other book I'm going to talk about, though. But yeah, so you do no matter where you are, even if it's in prison, you need to masturbate. Okay, so
No, you don't. Just saying.
risk of growing hair on palms is one of the disadvantages, and pimples. Advantages: you don't have to get all dressed up to do it. It is true, man. Like I love the fact. I'll talk about that in a second. Rebel, remind me to talk about the fact of why I love masturbation over regular sex.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. Sex by yourself. To enhance your solo sex, you probably need an inflatable Mr. or Mrs. Wonderful, Ms. Wonderful, because Mrs. Wonderful, that would be cheating, that vibrates and pumps in a wild frenzy of passion with lifelike soft skin and all sorts of openings and protrusions. Most support up to 250 pounds. So, like, it could be two of me. And if your weight is in this range, it's no wonder you're alone on your birthday. That was pretty rude. That last part was pretty rude. I
When
have to
was that
say,
book
I'm
copywritten?
the Pipeman, and I thought that was rude. Let's see, 1990. Wow. Okay, so, but here's okay. Have you ever read the book Who Moved My Cheese, Rebel?
No.
It's actually one of my favorite books. Anybody that has never read it, you have to read it. It's a quick read. It's very thin. It's like this thin. If I can make that happen. It's that thin. Basically, and there's even a movie about it that you can watch. It's
What's the
about
movie?
Who Moved My Cheese, you frickin' ding dong.
That's the name of it. I mean, sometimes they don't name books.
It's
in
not
movies.
like a movie like you go to a movie theater for.
Oh.
It's kind of like you
A
could
video?
Google it, you'll find it. But anyway, it's like an anime thing, cartoon thing. But basically, it just teaches about these different mice that are in a maze and their reaction to things done to them in the maze. That has nothing to do with what we were talking about before, though, Rebel. It has nothing to do with this. We're off the sex book, okay? Just
Darn.
leave it alone. We already got off. But this book here is a parody. I love parody books of my self-help books. This is a parody of Who Moved My Cheese. Like, basically, it's a motivational book, Who Moved My Cheese. But this one is, if I can get it in there, Who Moved My Soap?
Oh God.
The CEO's Guide to Surviving in Prison.
Nice. So who moved my soap and why is it on the floor?
Oh my God. Like that's a fucking brilliant book. Okay.
I hope it doesn't come with any images.
And don't forget to remind let me see. Hold on. No. Oh, wait. I saw one. Oh, I wish I could unsee that. But I can't now. Oh my God. Oh, well, that's interesting. Okay. So anyway, Rebel, do you remember what you're supposed to remind me of?
Why masturbation over sex?
Yes, exactly. Because I don't know why.
There's no reason why. If you got to do that yourself, damn. Why
No,
do it?
you know the reason why, Rebel. It's
I don't
because
do that.
okay,
That's nasty.
so it's all relates to this whole weekend because so this weekend it was a very important weekend. It was the NFL championship games on Sunday. That was very, very important. So on Saturday, the Pipeman has to rehearse for the championship games, practice. Okay. So Pipeman had to masturbate on Saturday because the beauty of masturbation is I could do it, I could be done in 2 minutes, and then I could go play Madden football. And that's exactly what I did. I played Madden football, but what I do is, and Madden 26, which I have, is so intuitive. And with the AI, it's like very up to the date. So when I turned on Saturday my Xbox and I turned on Madden, what popped up? Championship games, the 2 championship games. So you could play either championship game, and you can pick between those. And it's updated to where like it knows who's in the championship. And, the players are all at the level they are. Like, Denver lost their quarterback. It knew
Sorry, Nix.
to have a different quarterback. But anyway, so I played both championship games on Madden football on Saturday. And I can tell you that the New England game was spot on. Like the exact score that I got in Madden is exactly how the game ended. Now, so I was like, holy shit, that thing's spot on. The AI is scary. But then the Rams game, like the Rams like slaughtered me. No, I was playing the Rams. No, I wasn't playing the Rams. And I got slaughtered. The computer was the Rams and it slaughtered me. That didn't happen in that game. But I did also, you ready for it? We have the Super Bowl coming up in 2 weeks. I have played the Super Bowl already on Madden. And
what's the prediction? Placing bets?
The score of the game was 10-7. New England won the Super Bowl. That was the score of the game. So it happens to be the same score as the championship too, which is pretty wild. All right. So watch out for that. Make a note of that. And you can go to what the hell was that, Rebel?
What?
That sound, oh, it was Juan. You could go to Pipeman Radio on all socials, and you could enter that score 10-7 for the Super Bowl, New England winning, and you'll be entered to win tickets for Sonic Temple and or Welcome to Rockville. Now, that's not your cue, Juan, so hold off because we have one last thing we have to talk about here, okay? And that is I went to go see the Megadeth movie, okay? And because Megadeth came out with their final album. So what these bands do a lot of times nowadays is they do like a movie in the movie theater to release the album. And you got and like it's done before the album's actually released. So you get the first look at the album, and it'll play every song on the album. But this one was really, really good because Dave talked a lot on it. And they went over past stuff and history and all the things that went on, of course, because you can never have it without it. But the conversation about Metallica came up. But going back to what I was saying about self-help books, see, everything's tied together here, people. I met Dave Mustaine back at the first Metallica show ever. Okay. And I love the fact that he mentioned this in the movie. He mentioned about one of the songs on the album is based on one of his favorite books that he loves, which also is on my bookshelf here in the Pipeman library, that, is one of my favorite books, called The Art of War by Sun Tzu. And he talked about this in the movie. I was like, holy shit, that is cool as hell. And he used it for a song. I also thought the last song in the album, not the bonus track, but the last song in the album was so cool because it was like telling the story of the ending of Megadeth, like in the end of the last album. It was kind of cool. And then there's a bonus song, which was a Metallica song from way back that Dave wrote with James Hetfield called Ride the Lightning. So that was pretty badass. So I definitely recommend the movie. There was another band that did a similar type of movie that I did not like, but I won't talk about that one. But I think the Megadeth movie was really cool. I love the new album. I'm sad to see Megadeth go, but they'll probably tour for the next 10 years on this album like most bands do. They do that final album, and then they have to do the final tour, and then the final tour about the final tour. But maybe not. I think he's ready to hang it up. But he did say he's going to tour for a while on this album. So, is there anything that we missed, Rebel or Juan?
Doesn't look like it. I think we covered everything.
Well, hot damn. Tour. Yeah, well, that's the end. Is going to be the Pipeman Radio Tour. We got stuff going on in the Pipeman Radio Tour coming up, and there's other things I'm going to talk about the Pipeman Homeless Tour. So there's a lot of things to talk about. But right now, we might want to show a couple commercials so people can win some festival tickets. And then I'll come back and finish the show. Waiting on you, Juan.
You didn't say roll it.
Say roll.
Oh, shit. I fucked up, man. No, that's for the end of the show. I don't want to confuse you.
We're at the end of the show.
Okay, you know what then? Forget what I just said. I'm going to end the show and then play the commercials. You'll like them anyway. It's good music in the commercials. Okay? So this has been another shit show of the Adventures of Pipeman right here on W4CY Radio, W4CY.com. We got a show from an interview playing tomorrow at 1 p.m. We have another one playing Friday at 1 p.m. So stay tuned. We got music interviews and shows the rest of the week. Go to the podcast. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, go to the adventuresofpipeman.com, go to Pipeman Radio and follow me on all socials and go for it. Roll it, Juan.
The Sonic Temple Art and Music Festival returns May 14th through 17th with My Chemical Romance, Tool, Bring Me the Horizon, and Shinedown. Plus, Pierce the Veil, Good Charlotte, The Offspring, Sublime, Godsmack, Breaking Benjamin, Marilyn Manson, and so many more. Sonic Temple in Columbus, Ohio, May 14th to 17th. Passes on sale now for as low as $1 down at SonicTempleFestival.com. Welcome to Rockville. Returns to Daytona International Speedway May 7th through 10th with Foo Fighters, My Chemical Romance, Guns N' Roses, and Bring Me the Horizon. Plus Turnstile, Five Finger Death Punch, The Offspring, Breaking Benjamin, A Day to Remember, Godsmack, and so many more. Welcome to Rockville, May 7th through 10th. Passes on sale now for as low as $1 down at WelcomeToRockville.com.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.